Renegades.
Darnell Jackson, y'all already know. Yo, Prolapse Records, blow it out your ass, baby, baby.
This is for a Beats production.
I will be. My daddy made it.
Yeah, getting fat like a motherfucker should. Toilet blowing up. Yeah, what's good? Pizza sauce on my face, I'm a boss. Decorate that shit with toppings, looking like Bob Ross. Catch me with that quick shit, mobbing through the drive-thru. Got no money, but my homies always say I got you. Chili fries and hoagies and burgers with a chocolate shake. Bitches twerking while they cooking, that's a shake and bake. I go ham, no turkey, but I like a big pickle. Pause. When I walk, I jiggle. When I talk, I wiggle. Little by little, I'm eating all of my haters for lunch. My crispy bacon got that crunch. A towel's kneecapped in, tricks are for kids. No time for tricks when I'm face deep in these ribs. Eggplant emoji, cause they want my stick. Fuck that. Give me that piece, cause I'm thick. Bitch, I've been.
Yeah! That's that new track by Darnell Jackson, the famous rapper.
The famous rapper.
Famous rapper. He on SoundCloud. Chief, you follow Darnell Jackson on SoundCloud?
Of course. Who doesn't?
Of course. Is that Darnell Jackson? He thick.
For anybody who doesn't know, that's Djibouti from the I don't know what to say it's from, because you can go on YouTube and watch this usually the next day, but Twitch is the main.
Twitch is the main thing. Yeah, Twitch is the main thing.
On Twitch, Twitch stream they do GTA, and Darnell Jackson is Djibouti's character, and he's an aspiring rapper, and that's his hit single. I'm thick.
I'm thick. Y'all.
Is that the name of the? Is it just I'm thick? Is that the name of the song?
It. It's I'm thick. That track's straight fire.
He's working on some more.
That's just how it goes.
I am catching up on that, but I think I've watched enough of it. We can talk about it a little bit. For those of you out there,
shit. Hold on, my battery dead up on my vapor. Gotta plug that shit in. There we go.
It died.
I got it. Oh fuck, I got it. Oh shit, 2018 starting out with a bang, motherfucker. Oh shit, we back. Holy shit, we're back. We back, motherfucker. Yo, we thick. We back, motherfuckers. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Nerd Rage Renegades up in your earlobes, gonna be baby.
It's freestyle.
Freestyle rapping, y'all. I got my Master System. I got my big pickle.
Yeah, Darnell's become. I didn't like Darnell because when they first started doing,
he died every 5 minutes.
Yeah, within the first 5 minutes of every stream with Darnell, he'd get killed because he'd piss somebody off and they'd just kill him.
One guy set him on fire, and
oh yeah, he's been killed many times, and he was, and they said he was permadead at one time. They weren't even gonna try because they didn't have a story for him. But now, I don't know how they got together and did that. I didn't hear any of the backstory. And I haven't watched any of Classy streams because for some reason I can't. Classy doesn't upload to Xbox format or something. I don't know. I can't watch it. The only way I can watch Classy is either on this computer, which sucks to watch, or on my phone.
Right.
So I don't get to see a lot of Classy stuff.
So they had brought Darnell back like a few months ago, and they did like 1 or 2 streams with Darnell, and he was just like freestyling on the streets. But then I guess they came up with the idea. It's Classy, it's Djibouti, it's Penahurst, and it's oh god, who's the third one? It's S something. Oh fuck, I can't remember.
Who's Benny? I don't know. I don't know Benny from anything else.
Benny's the one I'm trying to remember because Classy's Bob, Will is Penahurst. Shit, now it's gonna fucking drive me nuts.
Well, the characters basically are Darnell's the aspiring rapper. He's an overweight black guy, and he thinks he's real hood, but he grew up in the suburbs and he's not. but he pretends to be real gangster. And then you got Bob, who is a real pretentious actor with borderline multiple personality disorder, which is classy. And he's brilliant through the whole thing because he is in and out of characters like the drop of a hat. And the guy, and Will is the overweight white guy that they were all on a kid show when they were young, and they've all grown up to be kind of losers at life. They're kind of washed out, and they've got nothing going on. So they're trying, with the help of their drug dealer Benny, who apparently is a gun-running, drug-running Korean businessman.
You alcohol. Oh, you alcohol.
Yeah. That guy's so funny.
Alcohol.
I love how he's so deadpan. You say lines or you lose kneecap. He's got a shotgun. But so the four of them are basically cruising around, and they have a plan to film a pilot using people they kidnapped off the street for a sitcom, and then once they get the sitcom on the air, money will insulate them from lawsuits and they'll be safe. So that's basically the whole thing. And so the first one was 5 hours, the second one is 4 hours, and the third one I think is over 3. It might be even 4 hours.
Yeah.
So far the continuing saga of That's Just How It Goes is brilliant. If you haven't seen it, you should watch it.
Because they all get together, and then you have the other great RPers of Family RP up in there. You got Disby Erics is there, all these great ones. It's so if you haven't seen it, go check it out on YouTube. This is consumed over the
or
holidays.
Twitch. Go subscribe.
Or Twitch, subscribe.
Give Djibouti Classy a subscription. It's not that much. It's like $15 for 3 months or something. You can even go even lower than that. You can
do
get
like
month
5
to
a
month.
month. Yeah, I do like 5 a month. I give it to Djibouti. You get those cool emotes. You can drop some sugar in that chat.
Yeah, you can converse, give them ideas. They look at the chat while they're doing it. They talk to people in chat while they're doing it live.
You may
it's really interactive and it's fun and it's better than TV. I'm telling you, it's better than what's on TV.
And if you watch any of their streams around the 9th or so of each month, you'll hear them say, "Hey, Nerd Rage Renegades with a resub. What's going on, brother?" Because that's when I resub every month.
Yeah, about every 3 months you hear my individual name, Space Chief. Because we were subscribers.
Man. God damn, we're back. We took a week off.
Finally.
We took a week off.
I was. That's my fault, everybody. I was sick and I had a sick dog. This is how my 2018 started. First of all, literally the first day of it, my dog, while I'm gone, my dog Otto, for all those who follow me on Twitter, my dog Otto ate a blanket.
A polar fleece blanket. And I'm sitting there, I'm like, I just wanted to be inside his head when he looked at it and said, "Damn, that looks good. I'm going to eat that motherfucker."
I don't know. He's been like that since he's a puppy. We got him a really nice dog bed when we first got him. He was a baby. And we got him a really nice dog bed, and we put some really nice polar fleece blankets on it for him to lay on because it's soft. And he started chewing them up, so we got rid of him. Didn't get him a polar fleece blanket ever again. Never had him around him because we were afraid this very thing was going to happen. So for Christmas this year, my father-in-law got us these 2 blankets that are they were polar fleece, but they were pretty nice, big, like comfy polar fleece like bedspread things.
Right.
So I put him on the bed, thinking, he's a year and a half old now. He hasn't had a polar fleece blanket in a fucking year, man. He hasn't even seen one. And so I put these on the bed thinking he won't fuck with them because he doesn't even remember. He's never messed with anything on my bed before. He's never messed with, it's just weird random shit he messes with. I don't know why. But so I leave the house for like 2 hours. I come back and he's eaten the entire center out of one of the blankets. Like the whole, it was crumpled up on the floor and I thought he just knocked it off, so I didn't pay much attention to it. I went back later to spread it back out, thinking, that there wasn't anything wrong with it, and the whole middle was gone. Out of
donut.
Yeah, like a big donut. And I was like, oh my God. So then for 2 days after that, he was vomiting. He wasn't going outside. He wasn't doing anything. He was just vomiting, and he just looked miserable and sick. And I was.
Chief's exact words to me were, Have you ever seen a full-grown German Shepherd projectile vomit across the room? I have now seen this, and I never want to see it again.
Yeah, it's horrible. But I mean, he didn't show any signs of physical pain. And my sister-in-law, who has a standard poodle, who has every fucking problem in the world, that's eaten every kind of weird fucking thing in the world, said, don't rush him off to the vet if he's not showing any signs of pain. He'll probably pass it and it'll be fine, and unless he starts really having any kind of pain or anything. And he wasn't like just vomiting constantly. It was like every once in a while he'd feel sick and he would throw up. So I was just kind of like I told you, I was just watching him to see if he showed any sign of pain. I was going to run him to the emergency vet. So I was just watching him, and eventually after like a day and a half or 2 days, he eventually passed the blanket. It was horrible, but I was really relieved that he finally got it out, and then he was fine. I mean, he's had no problems since. But that day or that evening, I got the worst cold I've ever fucking had. and I've still got it. I'm suffering through.
Now let me say, when I get sick, it's maybe like a day or two, and then I'm back. I'm fighting Joe Frazier. I'm back in the ring. Chief gets sick, it's like 4 months. And I'm not being mean,
like
dude. I'm not being mean.
No, it's a month, at least a month long thing.
Yeah.
I have I don't know why that is. I just have a horrible immune system.
It's the Rockford air.
Could be.
All
I don't know what.
Crime and pollution.
There's not much industry going on here, man. Not much
sure, there is the crime industry.
Oh yeah, well the meth and maybe the meth is in the air.
Don't swallow it.
I need oxygen.
Put it under your tongue, but don't swallow the cocaine.
But I every time, and I try to stay away from people that are sick, like people think I'm a dick because I'm like, no,
get the fuck away.
Yeah, don't touch on me. I don't like people touching me.
You're gonna have to start going outside and like wearing like a mask, like most people in Japan.
Yeah, I might have to, like some kind of weak immune system.
Because then you go down, and then Jess goes down.
Well, yeah, she's the one that gave it to me. She brought it home from work. Gave it to me, and then I feel a little bit better. I'm getting a little bit better, but today. But
there was
it's been like 4 days. I don't know how long has it been since because we called the show for it and everything. So it's been a while, and I've still got it. I still haven't shaken it. I still feel kind of shitty, but I'm doing better.
There's a little something extra in that midnight New Year's kiss.
No, something like the fucking Black Plague.
The consumption, dude.
Well, it's funny because she'll get it and it doesn't affect her as bad. Like she'll be over it in 2-3 days,
right.
And like I've got it a week and a half later, and I'm still dying.
That's because you doing gang shit.
That's right. But no,
it's
all. I've always kind of been like that. I try to avoid. That's one. I'm kind of like standoffish with people when they like people I don't know, especially if they get near me or try to touch me or touch something. I was like. I'm kind of a germaphobe that way, and I'm not trying to be a dick, but it's because I have a life experience of every time anybody's even slightly sick around me, I've got it, and I've got it for a fucking month, and I'm just down. And
fight it. I was gonna fight that cold. I was like, I couldn't find cold, but I found a man with a cold. Come here, cold. I'll fight you. Fight you the tugger.
Fight around the world.
Fighting around the world. God damn, it's world.
But no, if you ever meet me, and I'm not, touchy feely, which I wouldn't be anyway, because that's weird. But I mean, if I seem that way, it's not you. It's because I'm really touchy about fucking getting sick.
Yeah, that's why when we go to C2E2, separate beds.
Oh yeah, well.
Maybe.
Unless I get scared at night.
Don't worry. Well, we'll cuddle.
Well, see, you're not one of those people. You're not like somebody I would freak.
Hell no, I got that military immune system. Comes in, I beat the shit out of it, and it goes back home. Then
so it's like people that I know really well, because I know that you wouldn't like. If you were sick, you would tell me.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, I'm sick.
Hey, Chief, I came to your house, but I got leprosy. How's it going?
It's coughing on me.
God, 2018.
Oh, but we are for 2018. Speaking of 2018 upcoming events, we are reserved for 3 days, 1.5 miles away from McCormick Center for C2E2.
And we're gonna take a bus to this. We're not gonna walk 1.5 miles, are we?
Well, I thought it was a nice day. We might.